An announcement from the Hennepin County Attorney's Office this week concerning the death of Khalil Azad. The office found no evidence of inappropriate behavior by law enforcement. This after an independent investigation by the Minnesota BCA that included combing through hours of footage released by the Robbinsdale Police Department last spring. The investigation uncovered no evidence that any member of law enforcement had any physical contact with Khalil Azad after a traffic stop in the summer of 2022. His body was found in Crystal Lake 2 days later. Reporter Emily Haugen recounts what happened that led to this week's announcement.
Hennepin County Attorney Mary Moriarty said in a release that Azad died of a, quote, tragic accidental drowning. Police are cleared of any charges, but Azad's family is still claiming foul play. Back in July 2022, Robbinsdale police officers attempted a traffic stop on County Road 81. The white SUV veered off the road, drove in the wrong direction, and eventually crashed into a tree. The driver ran away. Officers spoke with 2 passengers. Both said they didn't know the driver.
Who's the individual who was driving?
That was a guy that I met, literally tonight.
Officers continued searching, but never came in contact with Khalil Azad at any point in the video.
Police canine, show me your hands. You're under arrest. Keep yourself up now. Send the dog.
In March, Robbinsdale police released more than 5 hours of squad and body cam footage, but the release was met with protests outside the Robbinsdale Police Department.
No justice! No justice!
Months later, the Hennepin County Attorney's Office released a decision. Mary Moriarty said in a release that an investigation by the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, quote, did not reveal evidence that any member of law enforcement did anything other than seek in earnest to locate Khalil. His manner of death was ruled an accident, and the cause, freshwater drowning. Azad's family are still claiming foul play. According to a statement from Azad's family released to CCX Media, they say they feel his death was a cover-up. The family argues some videos are edited and others are missing. The statement said in part, quote, law enforcement was the last to see Khalil alive. Law enforcement had the means, motive, and opportunity to commit the crime that no one else did. Robbinsdale police maintained in a release that an internal investigation also cleared its officers of improper conduct. They say their sympathies go out to the family. In Robbinsdale, this is Emily Haugen for CCX News.
The Robbinsdale Area School Board is asking a third-party mediator to improve communications and relationships between board members.
We have to be very careful on that the abusers and the abuse makers are not recommending the prescription for how the folks that have felt harmed are feeling.
School Board Chair Helen Bassett recommended the board hire a mediator to facilitate a board meeting and, quote, clear the air. The board decided to ask a firm called Mediation Center to recommend a mediator and schedule a public meeting. The board does not expect to make any policy decisions during mediation sessions.
What I will not be subject to is going into a closed session and being harassed in a closed session or sent emails to and being name called.
Things have been pretty bad. And it's a matter of opinion of who the abuser is. Well, that one is not, I'm not going to accept my colleagues determining that for me.
Meanwhile, the board is hiring the Minnesota School Boards Association to lead the search for a permanent superintendent. Former Superintendent David Engstrom parted ways with the district in September. Interim Superintendent Marty Voigt has filled in since Engstrom's resignation. She's a former assistant superintendent in the district. Fans of fried chicken in Maple Grove will have to wait a while longer to see if the city council approves a new Popeyes. There's a Popeyes restaurant proposed at the Dunkirk Square Shopping Center. It would be on the southwest side of the shopping center in the parking lot near Becker Furniture World. The Maple Grove City Council has now tabled the project twice due to concerns on traffic flow. They'll revisit the issue later this month or early in 2024. On Tuesdays, many people naturally think of tacos. And in this edition of Takeout Tuesday, we take you to a new restaurant in Crystal that aims to be your go-to spot for Mexican cuisine. Or, as the name would suggest, something stronger.
We're happy to be here in Crystal.
In the Twin Cities, there's no shortage of places to get delicious Mexican food.
We want to get the people the good flavor, you know.
But there is only one Tequila Town.
We want to make Tequila Town a big brand in Minnesota and maybe all the United States, you know.
Fabian Morales Blanco opened this new restaurant in Crystal along with his brother as a way to honor their mom who died from COVID.
Let my mom know that we can work together and make something successful, you know.
Fabian's mom taught him how to cook, and he's brought that knowledge to the menu here at Tequila Town.
She taught me, when you're gonna cook something, you have to put love on the food, you know? You just don't cook because you want to prepare. You want to make every little dish with love.
Love not only for the customers, but for his hometown of Jalisco, Mexico.
If you're driving around, all you see is agave plants around you, you know?
Tequila Town bears little resemblance to its predecessor, El Loro.
We're completely new owners, new ideas, new everything.
They gutted the entire place to make it look and feel like Jalisco.
We wanted to give the people a feeling of being around the agaves, around the tequila process.
The light fixtures look like agave plants. Agaves featured prominently in the paintings.
This is where the magic happens, you know?
And the bar is stocked with a wide variety of tequila.
Centenario Añejo. It was my mom's favorite tequila, too.
His goal is to have Tequila Town be the place where people in the Northwest Metro go when they want to dine on authentic Mexican cuisine. It's the kind of place that would make his mother proud.
And I know after opening this restaurant, she's gonna be happy.